What if the reason you're not achieving the results you want has nothing to do with talent, intelligence, or even motivation? What if the real problem is that you've been focusing on the wrong thing all along? Every year, millions of people set goals. They want to lose weight, build a business, make more money, read more books, and completely transform their lives. For a few days, they feel excited. For a few weeks, they stay committed. But then something happens. The excitement fades, motivation disappears, and slowly they return to their old habits. The dream remains the same, but the behavior changes, and eventually the goal is abandoned. The question is why? Why do so many people fail even when they genuinely want success? The answer is simple. Most people fall in love with goals but completely ignore the systems required to achieve them. A goal can give you direction, but only a system can create progress. And understanding this difference can completely transform your future. When people think about success, they often imagine a finish line. They picture the moment they finally achieve their goal, the promotion, the dream body, the financial freedom, the successful business. But what they don't realize is that every visible result is simply the outcome of an invisible process. Imagine an airplane leaving Los Angeles on its way to New York. If the pilot changes the direction by only a few degrees, the plane will not arrive at the same destination. That tiny adjustment may seem insignificant at first, but over time it creates a completely different outcome. Your daily habits work exactly the same way. Small actions repeated consistently may not seem important today, but they are quietly determining where your life will be 1 year from now. Success is rarely the result of one big decision. It is almost always the result of hundreds of small decisions made every single day. Many people believe that achieving success is about setting bigger goals. But consider this. Every athlete wants to win. Every entrepreneur wants a successful company. Every student wants good grades. The goal is often the same. So why do some people succeed while others fail? Because the winners focus on the process while everyone else becomes obsessed with the outcome. Goals tell you what you want. Systems tell you how you will get there. And in the long run, systems always win. If your goal is to write a book, your system might be writing 500 words every day. If your goal is to get fit, your system might be exercising for 30 minutes every morning. If your goal is financial freedom, your system might be saving and investing consistently every month. The goal sets the target. The system creates the result. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for motivation before taking action. They tell themselves they will start when they feel ready. They will begin when they feel inspired. They will take action when the perfect moment arrives. But the truth is that successful people do not rely on motivation. Motivation is temporary. Some days you feel unstoppable. Other days you feel tired, distracted, and uncertain. If your progress depends on your emotions, your success will always be unpredictable. The people who achieve extraordinary things understand something different. They build systems that work even when motivation disappears. They create routines, habits, and environments that make success easier. They do not trust their feelings, they trust their systems, and because of that, they continue moving forward while everyone else waits. There is another powerful truth that most people overlook. The goal is not actually the goal. Let that sink in for a moment. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to read more books. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to save money. The goal is to become someone who manages money wisely. Real transformation happens when you change your identity. Every action you take becomes a vote for the type of person you want to become. Every workout is a vote for becoming healthy. Every page you read is a vote for becoming knowledgeable. Every difficult task you complete is a vote for becoming disciplined. Over time, those votes create a new version of you. And once your identity changes, success stops feeling difficult because your behaviors naturally align with who you believe you are. As you move forward, remember this. The future you want is not hidden inside a goal. It is hidden inside the systems you follow every day. Stop asking yourself what result you want next year. Start asking yourself what habits you need today. Stop chasing motivation. Build consistency. Stop focusing on the finish line. Focus on the process. because success is never created in a single moment. It is created through thousands of small actions, repeated long enough to become part of who you are. One day, you will look back and realize that the life you dreamed about was built by the systems you chose to follow. Small actions, powerful systems, extraordinary results. Welcome to the growth blueprint. The reason most people never reach their full potential is not because they lack ability. It is because they underestimate the power of consistency. We live in a world that celebrates dramatic transformations. Social media shows overnight success stories, instant wealth, and rapid results. But what you rarely see are the years of invisible effort that happened before the breakthrough. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, artist, or leader spent countless hours building habits nobody noticed. While others were looking for shortcuts, they were building foundations. This is why success often appears sudden from the outside, but feels gradual to the person living it. The truth is that extraordinary results are usually the delayed reward of ordinary actions repeated consistently. The challenge is that most people quit during the period when progress is still invisible. They mistake silence for failure and slow growth for lack of potential. But just because you cannot see results yet does not mean nothing is happening. Some of the most important transformations occur beneath the surface, where patience becomes your greatest advantage. Think about a bamboo tree. For years after being planted, almost nothing appears above the ground. To an outside observer, it seems like nothing is growing. Yet beneath the soil, an extensive root system is developing. Then, after years of unseen preparation, the bamboo suddenly grows at an astonishing speed. Human growth works in much the same way. Every book you read, every skill you practice, every habit you strengthen is building roots. You may not notice dramatic changes after a week or even a month, but eventually those efforts begin to compound. The confidence you seek, the discipline you admire, and the success you desire all grow from roots established long before visible results appear. The people who achieve remarkable things are often the ones who continue watering the roots, even when they cannot yet see the tree. They understand that growth is happening whether or not it is visible. Another mistake people make is believing that success requires massive action. While massive action can produce short-term results, sustainable success is built on small actions that can be repeated consistently. Imagine trying to improve your health. Many people attempt extreme diets or intense workout plans. They stay committed for a few weeks and then burn out. Why? Because the system is too difficult to maintain. Real growth comes from habits that fit naturally into your life. A 10-minute walk every day is more powerful than an exhausting workout done once a month. Reading 5 pages daily is more effective than reading 50 pages only when you feel motivated. Small actions may seem insignificant, but when repeated over months and years, they become life-changing. Success is not about doing something incredible once. It is about doing simple things consistently until they become part of your identity. This brings us to one of the most powerful ideas in personal development. Every action you take either strengthens or weakens the person you are becoming. Every decision matters. Not because it changes your life instantly, but because it reinforces a pattern. When you choose discipline over distraction, you strengthen the identity of a disciplined person. When you choose growth over comfort, you strengthen the identity of someone committed to improvement. The opposite is also true. Every time you ignore your values, delay important actions, or abandon commitments, you reinforce a different identity. This is why success is not a destination, it is a process of becoming. The life you desire is created by the person you become along the way, and that person is shaped by the choices you make every day, especially when nobody is watching. As you continue your journey, remember that progress does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful. The smallest positive action still moves you forward. One decision can begin a new habit. One habit can change a routine. One routine can transform a lifestyle. And one transformed lifestyle can completely alter your future. Do not become discouraged by slow progress. Instead, focus on becoming slightly better than you were yesterday. Trust the process. Trust the system. Trust the person you are becoming. Because one day, the results that seem impossible today will simply be the natural consequence of the choices you made consistently. The future is not built in giant leaps. It is built one decision at a time. And every decision you make today is shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Welcome back to the Growth Blueprint.